Hit it.
That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday.
There we go, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody good?
We're great.
We're just talking about it, Rich. The Falcons will have a new head coach and starting quarterback next season.
I think that's an overreaction at this point in time. I don't know if Arthur Smith's going to get fired. We'll see what happens over the last 3 weeks of the season and see just how, prickly that leaves Arthur Blank. See if he's itchy. I don't know, but I think you're going to get a new starting quarterback next season, unfortunately. There's, we just had Albert Breer on the show saying, what we just even opined about moments ago, that if the Bears choose to take a kid first overall at the quarterback spot, making Justin Fields expendable, and you flip him to Atlanta, he's like, would you rather, if you're the head coach there, do you want to hook your career up to Justin Fields? My answer to that would be more than Desmond Ridder. And what are you going to do? What free agent quarterbacks are going to be this year? I don't see one. That's going to be game changing enough to say, okay, let's fill up the seats, everybody. Get your season tickets right now. Justin Fields coming home to Atlanta might be that guy. Again, that's a lot of moving parts to basically say Arthur Smith is going to probably keep his job, I think. But a new starting quarterback, if you just kept it at that, I would agree. But that wouldn't be overreacting, would it, Chris?
No, of course not.
What else?
Of course not. Let's stick with the draft thought here. The Giants, they're going to trade up to take a quarterback.
What are they I don't know how many times you keep knocking at this door.
Well, I'm right, so.
I know that. TJ, how many times is he going to keep knocking at this door and I respond to him?
13 maybe?
I would be stunned if the Giants don't return with Daniel Jones next year.
When is he going to be back to play?
I don't know.
Is he going to run it back with DeVito or Tyrod Taylor?
I don't know. Is it possible that he could be ready for the football season? I think so.
Really?
I think so. I mean, what? It was... So Kyler Murray came back week 13 when he got injured, right around this time last year, right? So, week 12. It's entirely possible he's back for the playing season.
November 8th, he was out.
I don't think the Giants are trading up to take a quarterback at all, sir. I think that is an overreaction.
They can get out. I mean, he could have Daniel Jones. Hey, you know what? Don't worry. He's probably injury guarantees.
Cut him.
And cut him after next year.
Cut him after next year.
$20 million.
So they're going to use a draft choice
on a guy
for the future. Oh.
Why wouldn't you? If you're a Giants fan, nothing about Daniel Jones excites you as your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, but you're not. The fans aren't in charge. The fans aren't the coach. The fans aren't the GM or the owner. That's coughed up
GM,
all the money.
Owner, proven they don't know what they're doing by giving the guy $160 million in the first place.
You keep knocking on the door. That is an overreaction, pal.
Where's my man in Portland who owes me a steak, TJ?
Yeah, you better get on that, dog.
All right, you mentioned it last hour, Rich. I think you're dead on. Kevin Stefanski should be coach of the year.
I don't think that's an overreaction at all. I don't think. Normally, you throw stuff that's a little bit more off the wall. This is straight up, man. 4 different quarterbacks, they've all won.
Count them.
Nick Chubb gets his knee blown out in the first month of the season. Holy cow. And again, somebody had to say, hey, Jim Schwartz, let's get you here in Cleveland and figure this thing out. And they couldn't have just been throwing money at him. He had to believe in what who the HC is. And this guy he's awesome. He's great. He's dialing up plays. He's got Flacco looking like the Super Bowl MVP Flacco.
He's got 939 yards in 3 games.
Dude,
that's insane.
And absolutely, I would vote for him right now. And you say the odds-on favorite is the guy I predicted going into the year, and Dan Campbell. So this is how convicted I am of this belief, is that I'm willing to look like I'm a savant and throw it away like it means nothing. And me being right is what's the most important thing here.
It matters so much to you.
That's how convicted I am of this is not an overreaction.
Rich, I know other things that matter most to you, and
Thank you, sir.
those are your sons. That's why I'm here to say Baker Mayfield is the Bucs franchise quarterback.
I think so. What are they going to move on from him?
Or he was on a 1 year, right? He could go out and get
Why would
himself
he go
another
anywhere
job somewhere else.
Why?
He's proved it. Now he's going to go to a better spot. He's going to upgrade a little bit.
Better spot.
He's going to upgrade.
They have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. They should sign him and sign Evans. Rip the knob off and move forward and figure out the rest of it. Come on.
Baker's back.
Baker Mayfield absolutely has found a home. You don't ever want to be the guy after the guy. And he's proven he can be the guy after the guy. The GOAT goes, whoever was going to be the next quarterback after, like Kyle Trask was basically, everyone thought that would be the guy. They drafted him, let's go. And they went and they get Baker because Baker needs a home. He was sitting there all alone on the couch with his dog saying, please scratch my belly. And he winds up there. And the number of times it's just like he wanted to go to Indianapolis or the other spots, and I don't blame him for wanting to get to those spots, and he lands there. He's been a revelation.
He's been awesome.
That is not an overreaction.
Did he score 40 points in the fantasy playoffs last week?
Go for it, man. It's great. He's my boy. He's your boy.
I know you love him.
He's my quarterback.
All right, we hit on this at the beginning of the show, Rich. The Eagles' defense, they're going to be the reason they don't win a playoff game this year.
So, as opposed to what? It'll be the offense is the reason why they don't?
Hurts probably being injured, right?
They don't take the ball away enough. They're not sacking the quarterback enough.
Also, the guy on the screen is probably the reason.
Oh.
I could have told you. As soon as I heard that he was the new DC, I told you Seattle's winning the game. Why? He stinks.
What happened?
Well, he gave up 4,000 yards of offense to Nick Foles in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Oh.
Still not over that one.
All right, I'll say that's not an overreaction. That's not an overreaction.
A game, though? You're saying they won't win a game?
They're not going to win a playoff game.
Not one.
Nope.
Well, I mean, the way that they're playing right now with all the mistakes that they're making, and I just said Baker Mayfield is the future quarterback of this league, and I was saying to you yesterday, if Dallas winds up in Tampa, that they're going to be taking on a Tampa team that was better than the one that they lost to last week, and your response was, "Well, the Cowboys are better." And
See,
I'm like,
I didn't say it like that.
No, the Cowboys are better.
I didn't say it like that.
No, the Cowboys are better. I didn't go. I didn't do what my kids talk about me, which is like, you heard how Cooper coughed? Dad told me to take Garrett Wilson. Like I sound like that.
I
didn't tell him.
You did tell him to take Garrett Wilson.
I strongly suggested.
Hey, come on.
He could have had CeeDee Lamb and his incredible season.
It's my fault.
Garrett Wilson. All I said was, are the Cowboys not better? Yeah.
Didn't the Bucs and Sapp shut down the vet?
They did.
We're going to
and then they opened up the link the same way.
Yeah. Well,
He's very proud of that fact.
Well, they're going to end the Eagles' 2023 season this
What
year.
else, Chris?
Last one, guys. The Bills. Oh, baby. Circle of wagons. The Bills are the best team in the AFC.
I mean, what?
Ravens fans won't like to hear this.
Yeah, Chiefs fans won't like to hear this.
Oh, who beat the Chiefs?
Excuse me, sir.
Look, I don't care. Patrick Mahomes.
Let me explain to you, because we've got Josh Allen on the screen, and you know how I feel about him.
That's
and
my boy.
He's the Mandalorian quarterback, right? I was saying like he's the one who's going to steal your soul. He's coming for your soul, and that's the guy who's showing up for sure. If James Cook keeps doing what he is doing, which is basically playing like Christian friggin' McCaffrey, where he is finding the crease and turning 3-yard gains into 30-yard gains. And he is coming out of the backfield and proving to be a matchup nightmare that you cannot cover. Then it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if Stephon Diggs is suddenly not going for 8 for 105. That was the problem last year in the snow against Cincinnati, that Stephon Diggs didn't get the ball and Allen didn't get it to him. That is removed from the table if number 4 is doing what he's doing. That's the fix. And defensively, they're getting steamrolled, these opponents in front of the Bills. So I don't think that's an overreaction right now. I don't. Now, the Ravens can prove me wrong, and they can prove me wrong Monday night. And I think the Ravens are terrific.
Bills fans sent me a clip of the post-2022 draft where you said James Cook was the number 1 sleeper pick of the whole draft.
Yeah. Well, again, He ruined my New Year's Eve.
I get it.
My beautiful daughter Taylor saw me that night. I even took a picture and put it on Instagram of me. She gave me New Year's beads saying, "Here you go, Daddy. You don't look happy."
I remember that.
Happy New Year.
Like I wasn't. James Cook's fault.
Yeah. So, I covet what I saw. Is what I'm saying. Overreaction Monday. That'll wrap up for this segment. You could check it out on our podcast version of it. I'll say we're getting we got a little hint that we've been nominated for a podcast award on that front.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any more than that because apparently that's been embargoed for use at this point.
It's out.
Is it really?
Yeah, it got out.
What is it? What do we got?
It's the Sports Podcast Awards. We're best American football show.
Oh, American football. Okay, very good. Well, because you know why? Those are two red-blooded Americans up on the screen.
Congratulations, fellas.
Let's get a ball now while we got the money.
That's right. We're the Frank Pantangeli of sports podcasts for football.
Congrats, guys.
Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. All right. That's an overreaction. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.